Hey everyone, welcome back to Autocar Review, your go-to spot for all things automotive. Today, we're diving into something truly special. It's a name that echoes through decades of automotive history, a name that blends elegance, nostalgia, and German engineering into one iconic silhouette. Yes, the Volkswagen Karmann Ghia is making a comeback for 2026, and this rebirth isn't just about retro styling, it's about redefining what a modern classic should be. Let's take a moment to remember what the Karmann Ghia once was. Originally, introduced in 1955, the classic Karmann Ghia was a collaboration between VW, German coach builder Karmann, and Italian design house Ghia. It was a car that prioritized style over speed, more of a grand tourer than a corner-carving sports car. But what it lacked in horsepower, it made up for in curves, charm, and pure personality. Fast forward to 2026, and Volkswagen is finally resurrecting this icon, giving us a car that's dripping in heritage yet infused with the latest in automotive tech. Right off the bat, the 2026 Karmann Ghia is a head-turner. VW didn't just borrow from the past, they honored it. You can immediately see the influence of the original Ghia in the silhouette. That low-slung stance, the sweeping fenders, and the gentle curve of the roofline that flows elegantly into the rear deck. But everything is sharper now, more defined. The body panels are sculpted with precision. The LED headlamps are sleek yet retro-inspired, and the rear light bar stretches across the width, a modern interpretation of a classic tale. Built on Volkswagen's latest MEB platform, the new Karmann Ghia is fully electric. That's right, no gas-powered variants here. This might ruffle some purists' feathers, but honestly, it's the perfect move. The original Ghia wasn't about performance bravado. It was about beauty and simplicity. And now, in a world where electric drivetrains are becoming the new norm, this modern Ghia embraces the future while nodding to the past. Underneath, you'll find a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup in the Ghia GT trim, putting out a very healthy 335 horsepower and 400 lb-ft of torque. It's fast. 0 to 60 happens in about 4.5 seconds, but it's also smooth, silent, and refined. If you're looking for something more laid back, there's also a single-motor rear-wheel drive variant, pushing 210 horsepower and offering up to 320 miles of range, thanks to a 77 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Charging is quick too, with 175 kilowatt DC fast charging that can juice the battery from 10 to 80% in just over 20 minutes. But let's talk about the interior, because that's where this car truly shines. Volkswagen has created a cabin that blends modern minimalism with retro cues in the best possible way. You get a wide digital display integrated seamlessly into the dash, but the design is clean. There are physical toggles for climate, an elegant rotary drive selector, and even a leather-wrapped steering wheel with chrome trim that echoes the classic Karmann Ghias of the 60s. The seats are sporty but comfortable, with optional two-tone leather upholstery and contrast stitching that adds a dose of flair. What's really impressive is how livable this car is. Despite the sleek coupe design, the Ghia has a usable rear seat, great for short trips or for storing your gear. There's a decent-sized frunk up front, and the rear cargo area is surprisingly generous, especially for a two-door electric coupe. It's not just stylish, it's practical too. Tech-wise, the Ghia doesn't miss a beat. VW's latest infotainment system is snappy and responsive, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, voice command, and over-the-air updates. There's also an available augmented reality head-up display, adaptive cruise control with lane centering, and a 360-degree camera system that makes maneuvering this low-slung coupe a breeze. Now let's talk driving dynamics. The Karmann Ghia isn't trying to be a track weapon. That's not what it's about. But it is agile, balanced, and incredibly fun to drive. The steering is precise, and the suspension is tuned for both comfort and confidence. There's a serenity to how it glides down the road, especially in the rear drive variant, which feels like a spiritual successor to the classic model. The all-wheel drive GT model, on the other hand, has more bite, enough to throw a grin on your face when you push it on a twisty road, but still refined enough to feel premium. Volkswagen is also offering a range of personalization options. You can spec your Ghia in a series of bold, retro-inspired paint colors. Think seafoam green, sunset orange, and Pacific blue. There are even heritage wheel options that mimic the look of the old steel wheels with polished hubcaps, except Now they're 20-inch alloys. So what does this all mean? Well, the 2026 Karmann Ghia isn't just a nostalgia project. It's a full-fledged, well-thought-out electric coupe that blends form and function in a way few cars do today. It's aimed at drivers who want something different, not just another crossover or high-performance EV, but a car with soul, style, and history baked into every curve. Pricing starts at around $44,000 for the base rear-wheel drive version, with the GT model reaching closer to $58,000. That puts it in competition with cars like the Tesla Model 3, the Hyundai Ioniq 6, and the Polestar 2. But none of those rivals offer the emotional appeal or the heritage that the Ghia brings to the table. To sum it all up, the 2026 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia is a bold yet beautiful return of a beloved icon. It's the kind of car that reminds us that the future of driving doesn't have to be sterile or soulless. It can be expressive, emotional, and yes, even electric. If you're a fan of timeless design and modern tech, this is one car that deserves your attention. Thanks for watching Auto Car Review. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth reviews, and let us know